Opponent goes first. If we're very lucky, they do nothing on turn 2, and we get to make disappear a turn 3 play, but against mono red so far, doesn't seem that likely. Alright, it's just a Kumano though. So they top decked that, and they don't have a 2-drop, or they really want to land that 3-drop. So that's fine regardless. Sure, play out the Reef here. And we'll hold make disappear. We can counter their 3-drop, and it won't come in with an extra +1/+1 counter. Definitely better than deploying the Bank Buster, especially against a aggressive deck. Cool. Make disappear, and we get to strip it with the Corpse Appraiser. That's very nice. Alright, opponent is about to have the ultimate feels bad. Play out the Appraiser. Take the Squee. Pick up another removal spell or whatever it is we need. Cut down's pretty good. More Corpse Appraiser is also good. We don't have more removal. We can always trade. Cut down can't even take the Raiju. We'll take another Appraiser here. Cut down does play well this next turn. Ooh, Fable. Okay, mono red Fable. So we can go Voltage Surge, and if a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you controlled would die. All right, so that's fine. So we can attack, I guess, first. See if they want to block or not. Some stick by the opponents. All right, they eat it. Fine. Cool. So we'll surge the treasure generator, I guess. I don't even know if they need that, but we'll try. Ooh, my mistake. My bad. Should have taken out the Kumano, because then we could get it with the next Corpse Appraiser. Definitely my mistake there. All right, we'll drop a Fable instead. That was my bad. All right, they're holding on to 1 mana. Yep. Flame Blessed Bolt. Okay. Definitely my mistake there. Should have taken the Kumano, played out the next Corpse Appraiser, gotten another disgusting draw off, but made a little mistake there. Lightning Strike, okay, not as scary as a Raiju. And a Stormseeker, okay, that's a lot of damage. Definitely punished for the error there. That's a good draw, though. We need at least 1 land. We don't even need the Bank Buster, I don't think. I think we're going to have enough value. I think I'd rather just more interaction here. Next turn we could go Bank Buster plus Corpse Appraiser. We'd love to have a creature in the graveyard to remove, though. Let's drop off both these guys. Should be fine. Actually, we'll do it like this. Okay, well, similar result. Here comes a Sphinx. Should be pretty hard to deal with. They get to flip the Fable, though. That was spooky. And an Epicure. Okay. I wonder if they... Ooh, they get to copy something this turn. Oh my goodness. Dang, that's pretty cool. But they do nothing, it looks like. And we get to draw. I think we're just going double Corpse Appraisal here. We could go single and drop the Bank Buster. Again, we'd prefer for a creature to be in the graveyard first, which there isn't. So we can start here. I don't think we're attacking with the Sphinx. It too clearly holds everything back. Let's drop the Bank Buster, I think. Try to start drawing next turn. No attacks. And here. It would be at a much better position if I had just picked off the Kumano. But we live with our mistakes. Okay, who are we copying? They could copy the Epicure and just keep cycling with blood tokens. Could go for an attack all here. We are pretty low at 11. They'd get through some chunk of damage. Let's see how they do it. Okay. 5/3 acquired. Do we just eat 5 here? What do we really want to do? Eating 5 is not great. Copying the Corpse Appraiser doesn't do much. Letting the Corpse Appraiser die lets us Corpse Appraise the next time. So let's actually take this trade here. So now I have a card in the graveyard to Corpse Appraise and try to dig for some answers. That's not it. Bouncing is okay. We could even bounce the Kiki Jiki to avoid the triple Stormseeker effect. That's not awful. We have a legendary out, so it's a little bit cheaper. We can also now just start copying things to make blockers, which is also very good. Maybe that's the play instead. Play out the... Wait, the Kumano stripped it. That's fine. Okay. So I think this turn we copy the Appraiser to make a blocker, and then we take the draw off the Bankbuster. Otawar is interesting. I think we hold it for now. Could also copy the Sphinx and attack, but I don't think that's the play just yet. We could copy the Sphinx on end step if they do nothing, and then attack with it next turn. But I think they'll try to run back the same trick. To combat, okay. So what's the plan this time? They put 2 there, sure. Okay, 2 attackers. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and copy the Sphinx. And we'll take the draw. That's a good turn for us. Land. My turn. Flip the Night Side. Invoke Despair is interesting. We at least get rid of the Kiki-Jiki. Can probably start with a token attack and proceed from there. See what else we get. If we, oh, we might actually have lethal here. Almost, right? Because if we copy the Sphinx and get in for 15 in the air, they probably can't stop that. So let's start with an Invoke Despair, actually. Right, what are the chances? There's almost no way. I think there is, in fact, no way they take out the Sphinx. So they should lose 2 life here, and then we have lethal. Make a copy of the Epicure to get an artifact? Or to cycle into an answer? I'm not really sure. Enchantment, Planeswalker, and Creature. So we should at least get 2 damage. Drop them to 15. Copy the Sphinx, go in for lethal. What else could they possibly get here? I don't think they can get anything. Even if they kill the Kiki-Jiki, in response, we make the Sphinx copy. Down to 15, okay. Make the copy. Scoop. Weird game. Funky mono red. Kind of cool to see. Good game. Opponent goes first. We got a nice little opening hand here, though. Mono white, hopeful initiate. Okay. Back to the glory days. Is that worth, I mean, we could just Vulture Surge at this turn. Take 1 point of damage. Delay our lounge for a little bit. I'm actually okay with that. Pass here. See if they drop a Thalia beforehand. Ah, green. Beast Caller. Okay. Yeah, we got to take out that instead, I think. So, we'll just do it now. You're dead. Smith 0. Eat 1 from the Pain Land. Eat 1 from the Initiate. No counters, though. Selesnya, not even humans. Interesting. Okay. Sure, we can play out the mountain here. Drop the Underdog. Decent little blocker. Get another point of Pain Land damage, sadly. Tapland, Blossoming Sands. Okay. Do nothing. That feels good. And we have Make Disappear for the next turn. So we can Make Disappear their 3-drop. That feels pretty good. Could slam Fable here and Infernal Grasp their 3-drop instead. That's probably also fine. Gets us a little bit farther ahead. And with no attacks, we'll just hang out. So if I didn't have Infernal Grasp, I probably... Ooh, alright, it's interesting. I probably would have held the Make Disappear. But since I have an answer to their next drop, I'm okay. Yeah, so that's a nice attack, but it's okay. Just attack with you. They don't want to trade the Initiate. So we could trade the Underdog here if we wanted to. I think that's fine. Save a little bit of life. Keep the Treasure Generator around. Down to 15. More land. All right, take a nice little draw discard here. We can probably drop off you and you. Land another Underdog. Okay. Could take out King Darien. Attack to get the treasure. That's a little unnecessary. Probably just play out the Underdog and hold both Make Disappear and this can give them Indestructible. Hexproof Indestructible. I think we take out the Darien now. Maybe just hold Make Disappear. Yeah, let's just hold Make Disappear here. No attacks, and here. Add a line, it's a good counter target. Okay. So we're gonna flip the Kiki-Jiki soon. Nice. Back up. Could attack and get the treasure token here. I'm okay with that. That allows us to double spell. Let's give it a go. See if they want to double block. They do. Totally fine with us. Take out the initiate. Okay. Now we can play out a backup Fable. And an underdog. We don't have to play out the lounge. We could have hit a 5-drop though. Yeah, we're going to want that 5th land eventually. That's okay. So we're all tapped out. They get to resolve a second Adeline. We're drawn to land. We'll discard that. Okay. Voltage Surge. Okay, we can attack and take out Adeline. That's pretty good. We can't copy if we want to play the underdog as well. I think we do want to play the underdog. So if we do that, we don't have enough mana to copy, right? We would attack, make the treasure token, use the treasure token. That's okay. So we'll do it like this. We don't have the mana to copy anything. So we're just going to attack like this. We could almost get in there with a Kiki Chiki as well. I guess technically we can. We'll feel a little bad if we take too much damage on the way back, but I think it's fine. So we go like this. Make the treasure token. Voltage Surge the Adeline. Submit 1. Ooh, be careful. Let's make sure we do that right. Sacrifice an artifact? Yes. Okay. Cool. Resolve. Do they have Snakeskin Veil or whatever? Tameo Safekeeping? Oh my god, they're targeting this thing. No! They're reading it. What do they have for 1 green? Oh my... okay, never mind. I don't know what this card is, but it didn't give hexproof. They did get a blocker for Kiki Chiki, though. Alright, well done, opponents. I definitely did not see Luxurious Libation coming. XX. Create a 1/1 token. Alright, there you go. Comes in as a 1/1, sure. And they're all tapped out. We flip the next Kiki Chiki. Probably just get in there with everyone. How much damage could they possibly put out this turn? Go for with my minions. I guess we play out this land. And maybe cycle Xander's Lounge. Draw a card. Odawara. Don't have any legendaries out, so we're not discounted. Wedding Announcement, okay. I do think we're cycling the lounge this turn. Get a blocker, which can do this now. Auto pay. Shelly is good. Okay. Do we just drop Sheldred? Call it a day. You can also play the Harvester, copy the Harvester. That's always very good. Probably do it that way. Do we have lethal if we just bounce you? I don't think we have lethal given the number of blockers. I think we're going to win regardless, but we'll just do it this way. Go ahead and copy you. Sack you, take out Queen. Okay, we have 4 mana, so we can still deploy the Sheldred. Move to combat. We're fine attacking with both these guys. If they want to double block one, so be it. Okay. Double block there. Almost lethal, but not quite. And drop Sheldred. Should about be game. Maybe we had lethal there. Maybe if we had tax. No, I guess I just would have single blocked if we did that. Okay, good game. One goes first. We got a nice hand here. Okay. Start here. Either Harvester or Underdog or Grasp on 2. Appraiser on 3. Play their own Harvester. Okay. So, Takanuma. I guess we can save it. What do we really want to do this turn? We want one of these cards to be in the graveyard by next turn. So we could just Infernal Grasp for that reason, but I'd rather save it for a Sheldred. If we trade and they drop a Trespasser, that feels pretty bad. Maybe we go Harvester this turn. That way we're happy to trade. If after combat they drop a Trespasser, it doesn't take our Underdog out of the graveyard. So I think that's slightly better. See what happens here. Third land. They force the trade. Okay, that's pretty good for us. That allows us to deploy. Aha, see? Exactly what I'm talking about. This is why we didn't play the Underdog. Cool. That's good. We need our blue source anyway. And yeah, let's get the Corpse Appraiser going. Auto pay. Take a little bit of damage there. And take their Harvester. Cool. Ooh, baby. Corpse Appraiser is going to be very good this next turn. Sphinx is good in general. I think we just keep taking Corpse Appraisers for a while, though. We're going to bin the Sphinx, and they'll take the Sphinx. How well does the Sphinx just end games against them? They could still Infernal Grasp it, I guess. I think we just have the Corpse Appraiser. I think as long as we keep stringing along Corpse Appraisers, they're going to have a tough time. Could have gone either way. We could have gone Underdog, Infernal Grasp next turn too, but this card's just very good. A Braid there. Yep, get in for an attack. We'll still have 2 in the graveyard. Or one left over, rather. And they drop an Underdog. Ooh, nice. We can cut down the Underdog and take it. That's pretty good. How are we doing on mana? We should have enough to do everything. Start with a cut down here. Take out the Underdog. Drop the Appraiser. We're down to 13. Down to 11. Yeah, Painland's taking his toll. Take out the Underdog. And take the Shoulder. That's great. Gets us back in the game a little bit. Let's see if they have more removal for us. Flip to Nightside. Okay. Probably still drop the Shoulder here. They left 4 mana open, so I guess they have removal. So if they have removal, maybe the play instead is to play out the Harvester. I guess double spelling flips it back. I think we can play out the Harvester this turn and Infernal Grasp the Glutton. Probably before combat on their turn. And then we could cycle something away, but we don't necessarily need to. Could also do this now. If we're going to do it anyway, we might as well do it now and attack. So here we go. Auto pay. Down to 10. Probably drop off. Probably just drop the land here. We'll keep the Underdog around. Okay. Glutton goes down. We think they have removal, because they didn't do anything on that last turn cycle, unless they really wanted to flip. Yep, there's the removal, that's fine. Okay, end here. And hopefully they're out of removal for our time to hit Shouldred. They didn't use a second Infernal Grasp on the Blood Tithe Harvester, for example. Alright, so they have a Kiki Jiki. Shouldred plays really well into that, because when they try to take their discard draw next turn, they'll eat a lot of damage. Okay. That's fine. We could cycle you with a blood token, and that might be what we do here. We're not set up well for a Sphinx if we do that, but I think that's okay. So we want to attack. If they have removal, it feels pretty bad. If they have Invoke Despair, it also feels pretty bad. Maybe we don't attack this turn and keep the Harvester around to eat and Invoke Despair. Yeah, I'm okay with that. No attacks, and here. So if they Invoke Despair, we can at least drop off the Harvester instead of the Shouldred. Infernal Grasp there. So we'll take our draw now to get the life. Drop the Lounge. Okay, backup Lounge. We did get the life, though. Up to 10. Let's see if the opponent attacks. They get their draw discard now, which is smart. I guess they held priority there. Drop off 2 lands. All right, pretty good for them. We go ahead and attack. We do take the trade. We are low on life. It's fine. Okay, opponent has definitely made their way. Play backup Fable. It's very good. They can continue to drop off lands. We, on the other hand, are not doing quite as hot. Start with a easy cycle here. Drop off the Lounge. Okay, that's not it. Play it out, drop an Underdog, and cycle the next Lounge. Into here. Alright, opponent's doing Fable things. We're gonna need to really get some good top decks here to pull out of this. 2 attackers. Yeah, we take the block. Again, if they Invoke Despair, it's gonna be really sad. Just a straight draw 3. They could play Trespasser here or something, strip the underdog as well. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, not super surprising. Okay, I mean, they've had a pretty good draw here. It's not that we didn't, but just got a little bit farther ahead of us than we did. And a Harvester. It's a lot of pressure. Without sweepers, can only do so much. Grasp doesn't really do it. Shouldered actually is a good blocker here. And they can't remove it yet. So we have to Infernal Grasp. If we don't, they copy the Harvester, attack for 6, we block you, and drop pretty low. Actually, we can't target the Harvester. We can target the Kiki-Jiki. We probably have to target the Kiki-Jiki, actually. So what they do is they copy the Harvester, and then they can -6 the Apocalypse. So it has to be like this. And we'll see if they can find lethal regardless. They flip the second Kiki-Jiki. We still have to deal with the Harvester threat. They can still attack here, force us to block, and then use the Harvester after combat to pick off the Shouldered. Which is interesting. That puts us in a bad position for sure. Bankbuster instead. Let's see if they see that line of play. Either they don't see it or they don't do it. We go up to 8. This is valuable. But they get to flip the Kiki-Jiki and pick off the Shoulder this turn, so we're pretty much dead anyway. Yeah, I think that's probably it, right? Does attacking help? They're going to pick off Shouldered anyway. Not really. Yep, they get the draw. So they copy the Harvester, sack a Harvester, pick off the Shouldered, attack all. We take 1 block. We're still alive, but we're not in good shape at all. Yep, Apocalypse down. We can power up the Bankbuster and attack here too. That gives us no trades with the other Harvester, which I think is probably worth it over the card draw. They're so far ahead at this point. I think they might as well just keep pressuring us. Without sweepers, there are basically no top decks that really get that right. Another Shouldered's decent, except for the... As long as they keep the Harvester around, they pretty much have answers to whatever we have. Okay, they opt to go for the draw route, overpowering up the Harvester. So they're not threatening lethal. They would be threatening lethal. So we don't have to block here. Dude, why not play the 3rd or 4th Fable? Why not? Yeah, we'll discard you, but I think we're out of this. Yeah. Can't even block currently. That does something, but there's no way, right? We take 1 block here, we're just dead. There's pretty much no way out of that one. I mean, they played well and they had a pretty good draw, so no complaints. Opponent goes first. We have a lot of removal. We definitely don't need to mull it, but it is an interesting opening hand. Opponent on mono white, do nothing. Start with our tap land. Opponent on human, after some amount of thought. Drop a Catilda. Okay. We probably just have to remove that now, so they don't ramp into their 3 or 4 drop. So I think it's just like this. See if we drop the Fable next turn or hold on to more removal. Invoke Despair will be good if we can get there. So just running Infernal Grasp until Invoke Despair isn't even a bad plan. Human again. Guardian of Benalia, much more annoying to deal with. So this is probably a Fable turn. Okay, Corpse Appraiser, that's a great draw for us. Go ahead and drop the Marsh here, drop the Appraiser, pick off the Catilda. Wonderful top deck. Okay, so we're either looking for a 4th black source for Invoke Despair, or a Shouldered, some kind of 4-drop. We hit the black source, that's quite good, right? If we just go into Invoke Despair, we're happy here. Also, Sack gets around the Benalia. So I think we just take that. Just guarantee we hit Invoke Despair and we're pretty happy. Alright, they take the draw. Play out backup Benalia. Stuck on 3 lands, though. I wonder if they're actually Naya humans. Is that why they're playing Secluded Courtyard? Do nothing. Alright, we hit the next black mana source anyway. That's okay. Infernal Grasp, not amazing here. Probably just drop the Fable. Alright. No need to attack here. They can enlist next turn, but that's okay. We're only down to 18. Okay, so they go ahead and enlist here. 2 to the top. That's spooky. We could make him discard one more by trying to block. It's interesting. I think I'm okay keeping our treasure around. Let's go no blocks here. We might want a lot of mana for our Invoke Despair turn. Down to 14. Do nothing. Okay. Well, we want to drop off some land this turn. We're pretty set on all our colors. If anything, we want to deploy, I guess, more black. So we can go ahead and drop you two off. More land. All right, well, let's play you out first. And let's start with an Invoke Despair. See what they want to drop off. Okay, draw up. Probably leave back the Corpse Appraiser to block. Just attack with you. Get some more treasure. Gonna start living the shouldered life next turn, most likely. Alright, opponent eats it. Man, they did nothing last turn. So I bet we see Halana and Elena. Yeah, there she is. Okay. So now we have to deal with a 4/4 hasty. Do you have trample too? No, just hit a haste. Okay. No attacks, though. Kind of surprising, I would say. Okay. Flip the Fable. So I think we probably drop Shouldered and take out Halana and Elena. And we don't know if they play Protection. So we'll probably just do it on our turn now. Here comes Shouldered. And let's just do this now. So if we do it on their turn, they can't redeploy the next Halana and Elena before combat, which is possible given that they only had they didn't do anything last turn. Do people really want Protection? They could run Valorous Stance to give it indestructible. I'm gonna say we do it at the beginning of combat instead. So no attacks here. End. And then before they move to combat, we'll pick off the Halana and Elena. Because I think it's more likely they have a backup Halana and Elena. Aha, there's the Valorous Stance, in fact. Sure, can't do anything about that. So they probably have both. But that's fine. Okay. Pass to draw, sure. Pass to main. Did we not? Did full control turn off? That's fucked up. What the hell? Why did full control turn off? I mean, it doesn't matter now. That's annoying as hell. And they can just enlist. I guess we do this before they can enlist. That's super annoying. We just chump block someone. That's so annoying. Why did full control turn off? I guess I wasn't holding it. Okay. So either eat 6 or chump block. Probably chump block with the 2/2 token. And then copy the Corpse Appraiser and get a draw off that. No attacks, though. Okay. Cool. So we can grasp and get in for 8 damage. Probably not what we want to do. But it is an interesting option. Instead, we probably just start with the Corpse Appraiser here. See what we draw. Take out use, fine. All lands. Okay. Not that exciting. If we Inferno Grasp, then they have to tap it, which is interesting. So we get in for a good chunk of damage. I do want to copy the next Corpse Appraiser. Let's, yeah, let's try it. We're doing pretty well on resources here. Okay, so it's tapped and indestructible. But now we get in for some damage this turn. Let's make a copy of you. Take a creature. And I want to leave 2 blockers back, but that's game. So mistake there was I was hitting control instead of control shift. So I wasn't holding full control. I was using control just for a single phase or something. I don't know. Pretty slow for us, but not awful. Opponent on Rakdos. All right. Start with the tap land. Let's see that 2 drop. Potentially do nothing. Nah, it's an underdog. Okay. So we'll take a little bit of damage here. Play the Swamp, drop the Bank Buster. Next time we can play the Corpse Appraiser and then block with a 4/4, which isn't bad. But for now, we're eating 3 damage per turn. Down to 17. So it's much nicer. Yeah, we'll definitely play that out this turn instead. We'll play Sulphur Springs. Drop a Harvester. They've got some amount of stick here, so it might get immediately removed, but that's okay. Yep, cut down. No point in powering up the Bank Buster now, so we'll just resolve this. Actually, we should have powered up the Bank Buster and attacked. Had a free attack there, and we'll just cycle the Blood Token this turn. We weren't gonna have enough mana to draw, and we weren't gonna have enough mana to, or enough power to power it up anyway. Alright, so we eat 3 more this turn. Cycle someone. Down to 14. When it drops a Trespasser. Go ahead and cycle, how are we doing on blue? We would need double blue. Probably drop off the Otawara. That should be fine. Okay, they take the Harvester. Fortunately, we don't get a nice Trespasser. Actually, we do. Okay, cool. So we have enough mana to do everything here. Probably don't need to take any damage off the Pain Land. It's just 1 point. I guess that's fine. So we can go ahead and take out the underdog here. Spit 0. Play out the Corpse Appraiser. Take a little bit of damage there. I think it's okay. Take the underdog. Feels good. Alright. Shoulder, let's go. And no attacks. We'll leave back our blockers. 2 attackers. Okay. We'll attempt the block. If they want to remove it, that's fine. Resolve. Okay, well, we'll crew you. Seems like they have Infernal Grasp here, and they really want to pick off the Bankbuster. Which is fine. Yep, there it is. E3 down to 7. I think we just dropped Shrolded here. Start gaining life next turn. No attacks, just hold steady. Alright. Next removal lined up. Attack, potentially, and strip it out of the graveyard. Yep, here they come. We'll take the trade here, though. And run out the next Appraiser, for sure. 2 mana open, either for Underdog or Bankbuster. Let's start here, though. Obey. Down to 5. Opponent is stuck on 3 lands, though. Sure, we'll take their Trespasser. All lands. I guess we could cycle one of them. Okay. Sure. We can either plan to cycle it or plan to drop Sokenzen. I think cycling's... saving it for cycling's maybe better. So we'll play you out. It's tough to say. Maybe we want the blockers. I don't know. Play this one out. And I think we just want to draw here. Okay. Down to 5. Painland's taking a little bit of a toll here. Opponent's still stuck on 3 lands, though. Taking the Corpse Appraiser. Down to 4. Okay. More land out you want to see. We could take the draw immediately. I don't hate that. Means we don't have a 4/4 blocker. We could wait, I guess. We can wait. I think it's fine to wait. Play out the Underdog. Hold Sokenzen. We could play out the Island, but we might actually want it for a Kiki Jiki. So let's do nothing here. No attacks. End. Opponent is still stuck on 3 lands. That's our saving grace. They play out a Fable. We could draw into a counterspell here. So let's go ahead and power up the Bankbuster, I guess. If we had to trade, we want to trade the Underdog. And let's take the draw. That was unnecessary. That was just straight up dumb. Doesn't matter, but that was dumb because we have to tap it to block anyway. Okay, no counter magic. So Fable resolves. We can still block with the Underdog, which is fine. Okay, we take the trade. Bankbuster gone. Take the block. Alright, and we have a Sphinx. Let's see if it's enough. Sphinx 2 mana open. I don't think we attack, because it is really close to lethal on the backswing. Right, if they can remove the Sphinx, if they go land Infernal Grasp, hit us for 2? I guess we can just power up the Bankbuster in response. Maybe we can get in here. Okay, hit him for 3. End here. So if they go land Infernal Grasp, we'll power up the Bankbuster and prepare to block. You lose Duress and a backup Fable. Really stuck on land this game. All right, they finally hit their 4th land. Dropping a Shoulder would be bad. Very bad. Okay, 2 attackers. So they want the mana. I wonder if they just straight up have Invoke Despair. Is that lethal? Yeah, I guess it is. So we'll give this a go. Let's start with a crew. This is actually Voltage Surge they're trying to play. And we'll see if they have lethal here. Is it Invoke Despair? Looks like it's not. Yep, it is. All right. Well, that's game. I don't think we really could have done... We could have attacked earlier and been 4 points ahead, but I'm not sure... Sure, we dropped the Corpse Appraiser. I'm not sure we really could have saved any life there. Can't remember. Definite keep. Okay. Well, we'll start here. Keep all our options open. Actually, we maybe should have gone the Haunted Ridge. Now we can't Harvester on 2, which is a little awkward. We'll see if they play anything for us in Jund on turn 2. They do. All right. So we get rewarded for that. I think we go ahead and cut you down. Unfortunately, don't have a turn 2 play currently. We'll get a turn 3 Corpse Appraiser. Ooh, very lucky there. Okay, all worked out. Drop our own Harvester, and next turn, hopefully get the Corpse Appraiser, take their Harvester, and just pop off from there. Turn 3 Duress. They take Invoke Despair. We still get a nice Corpse Appraiser off on them. And they take a good chunk of damage this turn. We need blue for the Corpse Appraiser. Yeah, okay. Cool. Hit him here. Okay. Drop the Appraiser. And take their Harvester. And draw up. We're good on mana. Yeah, I mean, Xander's Lounge lets us deploy the Sphinx at some point. Backup Shoulder is very good. I think we just take the land. They cycle the Blood Token. We have a lot of pressure right now. Plus a Shouldered on the way. Fable comes down. Okay. Another Corpse Appraiser. Interesting. Is that better than a Shouldered? Probably not. It does allow us to drop the Sphinx next turn. I think we just get the Shouldered down, though. So we'll attack first. See if they want to take the blocks. They might. Okay, eat it all. All right, we dropped the Shouldered. It is going to make their draw discard much more awkward here. When it was just 2 life. And if they go discard, draw 2 more, they're going to lose 4 more life. So I think it's probably better to go Shouldered this turn versus Corpse Appraiser, tap land, and Sphinx next turn. Okay, I don't know if they thought about that or not, but they're about to eat some serious damage here. Down to 5. They attack. 5 mana is... Could be a sweeper, not sure. Not going to block with the Shouldered in case it's the -X sweeper. So we'll just take 2 here. And we'll see if it's dragged to the bottom. Right, because that would be -4/-4. Give them the... Curious. I wish I knew. I think it might have been, but I don't know. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and maybe even a comment. I had a lot of fun today. Grixis Control is sweet. I love Corpse Appraiser. I hate it whenever my opponent plays it, and it's just so satisfying to play myself. In terms of deck construction, we have 4 1-drops here, just a little bit of removal, mostly focusing on Voltage Surge. It plays very well with the Harvester Blood Token, as well as the Kiki Jiki, any treasure tokens made off of the Shaman. I just think it's a little bit more versatile, can pick off Planeswalkers, whereas Cut Down gets outclassed fairly early in the game. It's good against the opponent's Harvesters and Underdogs, but as soon as they drop a Graveyard Trespass or a 3/3 or Corpse Appraiser 3/3, Cut Down doesn't feel quite as good. Whereas Voltage Surge can scale up and kill those cards and Planeswalkers as well. 2-drop slot, make disappear, absolutely fantastic. 4 Infernal Grasps, just to kill all the things you absolutely have to kill, including your opponent's Shoulders and Djinns. Going lower on the Underdog than the Harvester for 2 reasons. One, your Corpse Appraiser needs to pick a creature card out of the graveyard to get its secondary effect. And you'd rather, if you're going to pick off creatures and the only ones are in your graveyard, you'd rather pick off a Harvester than an Underdog anyway. So you're not getting as much value out of the Underdog when you are running your own Corpse Appraiser. Second, like I said, the blood token plays very well with Vulture Surge. 2 Bank Busters for the draw power. 3 Kiki Chiki because it's busted. I think in one of the games today, the opponent had like 3 or 4 Kiki Chikis, and I was just like, all right, F me. I guess I'll just lose that game because, I mean, these 2 cards are very good. So, I mean, Grixis is fun, man. These 2 cards alone, just like, all right, value train, let's go. Shouldered 4 of, the opponent either has to answer it or lose, so no problem with the legendary rule. Stick all the 4 of those in that slot. And then I did make a little switch from the last time I played this deck. One of the switches I made was I went up a Harvester, down an Underdog, for the reasons I explained. But then number 2, I went, instead of going all 4 Invoke Despairs, I put a split between Invoke Despair and Sphinx. I do love the Sphinx. Sphinx pairs incredibly well with, I mean, everything pairs well with the Fable, but if you can start copying Sphinxes with the Kiki Chiki, all right, first off, if Kiki Chiki flips, you're probably going to win that game anyway. But when you copy the Sphinx, it's even sweeter. And it does reduce some of the, some of the tax on the mana base, because before I think I was running more swamps just to enable you to play Invoke Despair more consistently on turn 5. But when you drop Invoke Despair down to 2, you don't have to run the mana base as hard for black mana, and you can throw in some Sphinxes there and curve out pretty well most of the time and diversify your threats. So I like this a lot. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.